So hopefully you guys can hear us. We have a microphone, but we're gonna do a little bit of a walk. You have already practiced the walk. Oh crap, we didn't do thresholds. We'll do thresholds after. Thresholds is super simple, but we'll do a video for that. So remember, 50-50. 50% of the time, you're gonna let him sniff around and do his thing. That's where the prong will be especially helpful, so he doesn't pull you. Super important. Now, after that, what we need to work on is making sure that he is able to hold position. He is able to heel next to us. The word that we use is walk, and he's supposed to be on the left side. If he gets ahead, I want you to think about escalating corrections. And that applies to almost every command that he's consistently breaking or constantly breaking. So if he gets ahead, I'm going to say no. And if he gets ahead again, I'll get more serious. You also will reward relatively frequently, so you're going to bring treats every time you go for a walk, at least the next 2 weeks. After that, assuming that he's responding well, you can start fading out the reward. The reward will be just exploring. You can still bring a couple, but you don't have to quite as frequently. So the first part would be getting him position. So you're going to call him first. So he's away, so I'll say, oh, here. Yes, that was very good. And then I'll tell Juneau, walk. I point over here. Now he's supposed to go into one position. If he doesn't, you can just help him with the leash. Nice, yes. And then I can reward. Ready? Juneau, walk. Now I'm going to start walking. So notice that loose leash. That's what we're looking for. It breaks right now. I'll with the leash, and the next one is going to be harder because I don't want to be nagging him. So I don't like him. He's pretty hard-headed. Yes, he will learn to analyze to So that was a warning. He got a little ahead there, so I said, That's a warning. I don't have to do anything there. But this looks good, of course. I'm going to speed up, and then slow down. Yes! That was very good. So he's doing pretty good there. Now, of course, there's not many distractions up here, but you have walked around distractions. We'll see. We'll try to find a little bit more. Hopefully you can hear us. I am wearing a microphone, but it's super loud on this, street next to us. Walk. You're doing good. You can remind him to walk, especially if he starts straying away or something. Yes, you can remind him to walk. And notice that, yes, I'm rewarding him where he's supposed to be. I am not rewarding him ahead. If I reward him ahead, then what happens is he's going to start crossing, expecting the reward. And I can change pace, yes. And if he changes pace with me, then I can reward him. So he's doing pretty good. So when we get to the grass here, I'm going to come to a gradual stop, and then if he does it right, I'm going to give him an FRE. No, that was wrong. Walk. Notice he was already trying to fix position. Nice. Free. Go ahead. So he stopped right there, so I'll give him a free, and now he can sniff around. And notice that he really understands the difference between the free and the walk, which is what we want. He is immediately, ahead and doing his thing versus when we put him on a walk. Now, there are not many distractions here. I wish I could see distractions. The good thing is that you have joined us and have worked with distractions. The main thing that will keep him on position, it would be you rewarding. Let's say that you see a dog right now and he's on position. You can say yes and treat. So he's like, okay, stay in position. And also their respect towards the penalty. So depending on how respectful he is, and you will enforce it or reinforce it out here on the walk, but you'll develop that respect inside. We play, when you work on the stay, when you work on the recall, that's where you're going to develop it. Out here, we're enforcing it and reinforcing it. But if you try to make them respect everything out here just on the walk, that's when it's going to be hardest because there's so many, there's so much stimulation out here. So he's going to have a little bit of trouble, more trouble being receptive if he has not learned to be receptive elsewhere. I have the e-collar in my pocket, so if I tell him no and he didn't care, then I will then grab the e-collar and use it. Make sure that if he, let's say, lunges at a dog playfully or not playfully, however he does it, and you tell him no, you first have to stop him, meaning like you press the button, he stops, but let's say he's still staring at that dog, then you're going to say no again and penalize again until he goes, I'm sorry, Mom, I messed up. That compliance look will be super important. All right, ready? Hey, Juneau, walk. Good boy. So I put him on a walk again to keep it around 50-50. Yes. You can reward him for, paying attention, looking at you, walking nicely. And at the beginning, again, you're going to reward more frequently. Over time, hopefully this becomes a habit and you don't have to be fighting him all the time. But as you can see, he's doing really well. He has no trouble, but part of it is because we played before going out. That's super important. Nice job. He's doing really good. Notice that I have a short leash, but it's not it's not tight at all. I'm not holding him back. Look, one finger there. He's getting ahead there, so I could help him. Walk. That's a help. But if you find yourself helping him too much, then I would go for it. Let him mess up, and then say no and penalize him. So like there, notice that. Ooh, good boy. He was about to get a penalty there. Good boy. Yes, I'll reward you for that. And I don't want to reward him too many times for getting ahead and looking back, because then he's gonna do a lot of that stuff. But this one was pretty good because he got distracted and then he remembered, wait, I'm walking. But yeah, this is basically the walk. We'll do thresholds real quick at the door. You can test them by, like, let's say changing pace or stopping. Nice. Yes. Good boy. And then free. Remember to give him plenty of freedom when appropriate. The only thing that you're going to correct, actually, you're not going to correct him for, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, on the free, you're not going to expect him to do anything, but you still correct inappropriate behavior, like barking and lunging at dogs, like, pulling you super hard, going after a bicycle, all that stuff. All right, so thresholds. We're going to tell him stay, open the door wide. If he breaks, no problem. No. Hey, no, that was wrong. Let's try it again. Stay. Hey, how about this way? Stay, open the door wide. Then he waits, and we go free. We tell him free, and that's it. We're good.